Surprise, surprise, surprise. Just after a day after Jacob Zuma made that public statement that the mainstream media does not treat him or his party fairly, he explained to us that on the 22nd and the 23rd, he had interviews at Nkandla with the SABC and Newsroom Africa, and they did not release those interviews. Well, Newsroom Africa, today, the 26th of May, they decided that they are releasing the interview of Jacob Zuma. There, you can see it's been a little bit edited, but most of the information still came out. Now, I want to break down this interview for you guys. Well, not the whole interview, about 6 points that I want to highlight for you guys so that you guys can understand clearly what Umsholozi was saying.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinchiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we go back to Nkandla, the MK political party, Newsroom Africa. The interview is finally released. Thank God the interview is released, because there's so many things that Jacob Zuma said in this interview that your boy King wants to quickly highlight and bring to your attention, because I'm telling you, it's fire. It's fire. It's fire. You're gonna enjoy this, because I think there's a little bit more words I can add to spark something, to spark a thought in your mind as to what Jacob Zuma said. The first thing I want to highlight from this interview, so many things to highlight. Go to Newsroom Africa to watch the entire interview. Here you're getting the breakdown. The first thing I want to break down is the arms deal, the 20-year-old case of the arms deal. Listen to what Jacob Zuma says.
That's why I'm saying, therefore, there are democracies and democracies.
Okay.
Yes. As you would see with me as well, on the last question you asked, as another democracy, that people can, in a democracy, can have 20 years of a case, one case that is not ending. That's South African democracy. I haven't heard it anywhere else. So there are democracies and democracies, my dear.
Let's ask the question really. What is taking the legal system so long to come about a conclusion to this arm deal case of Jacob Zuma? How would you feel if your father was going to court for a case for 10 years? How would you feel? For 15 years, your father has been going to court. No evidence brought against him. Because when there's evidence, they charge you and they sentence you. It's been 20 years. It's been 20 years. They've been postponing. I think this time is postponed to, I think, next year, February or something like that. What evidence are they collecting? Where is this evidence? The problem is, when it is Jacob Zuma who's treated like this, it's fine. But if it was somebody else, a white woman, a white male, a favorite, clever black, or whatever the case can be, you guys would have been crying. If it was Thuli Madonsela who was treated like this, the case gets postponed and postponed and postponed. Let's meet next month. Let's meet next month. Let's meet July. Let's meet February. Let's meet November. What is that? This is why the people are fighting for Jacob Zuma. Because Jacob Zuma is being treated unfairly in front of the court system. If indeed the state was captured during his term, don't you think he would have thrown away this case? And they rule and say, there's not enough evidence, and they dismiss the case? Don't you think if indeed the state was captured by him and the Guptas, they would have taken this thing away? Come on, somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. In fact, I want to get into that. And before I jump into state capture, the case has been there for 2 decades, guys. It's not normal. What other case can you make example of that has been dangling for so long? Make one case. Make me an example. Pull that example from any country where somebody is being charged for something and it's been 20 years, there's still no conviction. It's not normal. Zondo has done what he was supposed to do at the Zondo Commission. And Jacob Zuma speaks about it.
Well, I've been very clear all the time that there was a particular attitude towards me arising from different quarters, big and small, some very big, some buying small ones to do their work of the big ones. For an example, there was a point that there should be a commission that must investigate corruption, right?
Capture. To be specific.
Well, yes, that's a name.
I know
I've never understood.
Debate. Yes, we know the
never
debate, like
understood.
the 3 arms of the state. I know where you stand when it comes to that.
Exactly. It was also wrong. It remains wrong up to this day.
Do you regret
Because
not going to that commission?
No, I would have gone to the commission and tell what I wanted to say. I think some people did not want me to.
Did not want you to go to the commission?
Because I came there, I said the judge would not be fair to me. And I stated the reason. Therefore, I need somebody else to sit here so that I can talk to. But the judge said, no, I'm not going. I've never heard of that. And started writing his own statement, arguing with me on some matter that I'm saying, please move away, bring somebody else.
Do you regret that?
No, I don't regret, because that was demonstrating the kind of democracy in South Africa. What type of democracy? In the first instance, if you have a commission, it is all known. Once you have a commission, you must have a deputy. It's done everywhere. That judge did not have a person that if such a situation happens, will be there to come and take me and then we proceed. And he said, no, I'm not. Why? He said, no, I'm here. He actually wrote something to argue against me. It's never done. It's never done in law. It's never done. You don't sit there as a chair and say, I don't want to move away. I want to try you. It's never done. This is supposed to be a deputy judge. Number 2 of the whole thing going up there. Now, my lawyer asked him, just tell me why you decided to be the chair only without a deputy. Because this is a normal thing that you do.
Yeah.
He says, no, I did not want when I take decision that somebody must argue with me.
Okay, let me just remind those who are ignorant to the facts that are happening in South Africa. There was no state capture commission. The Zondo Commission was there to deal with one man and one man only. You know, it was there to deal with Jacob Zuma. There was nothing. Jacob Zuma and his faction. Smile with Cyril Ramaphosa, smile with everyone else. When Jacob Zuma comes, make sure that you sit that man down. And our end goal is to get Jacob Zuma in prison. That was the end goal of state capture. It was to prove to everyone that this man sold South Africa. Angazi ukuthi South Africa malini. He sold South Africa to the Guptas. And they tried to make it, a situation where the Guptas were instructing were instructing ministers to take some type of decisions. The Guptas, who have always met ministers even before Jacob Zuma's time, during Thabo Mbeki's time, during Nelson Mandela, they were meeting everyone, all the families. Thabo Mbeki has boasted, no, I've eaten a dinner with them, I've went to their family, I've met their family, they're a great family. But that was not state capture. Only when Jacob Zuma came, then it's state capture. And you think it's fair. Now, Jacob Zuma addresses something that is very important. Very important. I thought about this many times, that people don't understand this, what the reason why Jacob Zuma went to prison. They don't understand what contempt of court is. They don't understand. But let him explain it and let me elaborate a little bit further.
Judges said, took the instruction from the judge and charged me.
Yeah.
First of its own in the country. They are not there to
That you
deal
in
with
contempt
cases.
of the commission, the summons that were issued.
Exactly. That if we take it, it should have been taken to a court, to a judge to deal with me. Not the constitutional court.
Okay.
What was constitutional about that? There was nothing constitutional. It was just a question of me and him not agreeing. And if that happens, it must be taken to whether it's magistrate or the judge. Not constitutional court. There was no constitutional issue that was out of the way. It wasn't. I said to him, and this is very true, you can't talk to me about this matter. I plead that to move aside, keep somebody else to talk to. Is that a constitutional issue? To be a case in the Constitution? I don't think so. If that is the case, then the South African democracy is something else. And they've been proving it bit by bit that indeed some of these things is just talk. It's not reality. Because they took an instruction from a judge of a commission, not even of a court.
Yeah.
Of a commission. And applied it. All they did was to lessen the judgment. Instead of 2 years, it was 15 months. And when the judges, they were saying I should come to court, I said, I'm not coming. That is my right.
It's your right not to go to court.
To the court for what? For judges who are being instructed by theirs who only judging, the commission. Because they are judges. I don't believe that. The judges must respect the law. Firstly, Judge Zondo should have respected what I was saying. They should have said to Zondo, we are wrong. Why should I go in because they are judges? I'm a citizen of this country. I'm not a fake. I'm a citizen of this country who also fought for the liberation of this country.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's only one thing that you're going to listen to in this entire video, let it be this part. Let it be this part. Now, the Zondo Commission is exactly that. It's a commission. That is why even when Desmond Tutu had a commission and tried to bring Abu de Klerk to say, come and answer for the criminal activities that happened during apartheid times, de Klerk said, no, I don't want to. I'm not coming. They did nothing to him. It's a commission. It's not court. It's not a binding place that you must go by all means. Jacob Zuma said, listen, I'm willing to answer the questions, but can you please remove yourself so that you can bring somebody there, your deputy, you don't even have a deputy, but bring somebody in here so I can answer the questions. Because me and you, Zondo, we have history. Zondo, with a smile, let me, call me Toti, la pangale voice, I can pora ganjan. Then wrote to what? The Court, the Constitution Court. Why are you writing to the Constitutional Court? Remember what I said. The commission was there to deal with who? With Zuma. That's all. They said no, it was an emergency. They needed Zuma to come back quickly. They needed to finish the commission because they've went over budget. They require more money, whatever. But after Zuma did not go there, they did not finish their business as fast as they said they will. They spend millions of rands on that commission. So the Zondo Commission, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, does not write to a court to say, court, can you summon Jacob Zuma to come here? He writes where? Straight to the Concord. The Concord ingenapi. Jacob Zuma is asking the question, which what constitutional, why is the Concord is to protect the constitution of a country. You break a law, you go to a normal court. If Jacob Zuma was breaking a law not to go to the the Zondo Commission, then you were supposed to send him to a court where you press charges against him. That's why we said it is abnormal for someone to be arrested without a trial. Why was there not a court system? Court procedures that happened, and then you charge him in a court, and then he gets arrested. And maybe the court can write to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court can write to the Concord. Maybe that process would have been better like that. But because they were in such a hurry to arrest Jacob Zuma, they write directly there, and then they say, "No, come to this court." Jacob Zuma said, "No, I'm not coming. Why must I come? What law did I break? I don't want to see Zondo. But I can go to the commission, but I don't want to see, hey, you guys." Yeah, these people, they were dealing with Jacob Zuma. They should have just called it the Zuma Commission. Because everyone was awarded for playing their part. Tuli Matonsela, Nayelo, Zondo. So now that they have written to the Concord, and now a warrant of arrest is given, now they send the army, they send the police, go and arrest that man. Go and arrest him.
Of the people, just me. And people were angry of this country.
Yeah.
Very angry. They came here to say they must come and defend me.
I remember that.
Yes.
It's quite tumultuous outside the gates.
Absolutely.
I remember. And we know what happened even when you were arrested, the civil unrest.
Absolutely. Because when they brought the police, it was all over. And people were here to say, you can't take him. We could have had another massacre here. It was actually imminent. And government wanted it. Because in the afternoon, at about 3, I phoned the commissioner and asked him.
Provincial?
No, before
National.
that. National.
Okay.
I asked, why are you sending the army to arrest me? Because if you wanted to arrest me, you would have brought the police to come and arrest me. Why this? Because it was something to arrest one little man at Ganja with the whole army. I said, but what is this? And I realized that there was a plan in my own guess to kill people here.
To achieve what exactly?
To achieve the fact that we've dealt with one terrorist, because I was the first to be killed. I know the information. So I said, okay, let me save the poor people, innocent people. Let me not allow them to be killed. Let me go to prison.
After you were arrested.
Now I'm coming there.
Jacob Zuma refused to be arrested. He said, listen, why are you guys arresting me? What is going on here? Yeah? Where are my rights? I've never been tried for anything. Why? No, contempt of court. People don't understand. You ask a normal person, why did Jacob Zuma go to prison? Contempt of court. What was the crime? Contempt of court for what? Contempt of court for what? You know? So that's the question. Now, knowing that Jacob Zuma has got followers, the followers say, no, but We are going to stand for the rights of Jacob Zuma. And they are not only standing for the rights of Jacob Zuma. Remember, if you allow the Concord to run our country the way they are running it now, they will do, next time a black person stands up and try to liberate his people, they will do the same again. They silence you in this manner. Because now they can't assassinate you like Chris Hani. They jail you. At 87 years old, they say, no, we are jailing him for 15 months. They wanted him to rot and die in jail. And in fact, they still want to. With that 20-year court case, don't be surprised that at the age of 90, they still running that case and they want to arrest him so that he dies in prison. What a story Jacob Zuma's life is. So Jacob Zuma being a wise man, he says, I can really refuse to say, I'm not going to go to prison. Plus, I've got hundreds of thousands of people standing outside my house. The army will have to come and bulldoze those people out of the way, shoot them, massacre them, and then I would have proven my point if he was a selfish man. Because for him, they were not going to harm him. Remember, they were never going to harm Jacob Zuma. The police, when they got there, the army, they were never going to physically harm him. They were going to apprehend him and take him into a buggy or whatever and take him there. But he had the Zulu nation and the people of South Africa, not only Zulus, that were there to say, no, but this is wrong. This is wrong. He decided, no, let me rather just go. Let me save these innocent people's life. Kanti, it was too late. The people were going to protest on the July unrest. It was so unfortunate. Close to 400 people perished. Why? Because of contempt of court. Because remember, these things, they bring about the social, economical problems that we have, poverty, lack of opportunity and whatever. People are waiting. Even land is going to be grabbed like this one day. As long as white people hold on to hectares and hectares of land, black people are going to grab land like this, and it's going to be our own police. Black people will be shooting our people for land and minerals just like they did in Marikana. You understand what I'm saying? Another thing, let's talk about the Zuma and the ANC. There's something there that I need to address myself.
Listen to my terminology. I said, I will die in the ANC.
Okay.
And I am
whilst
doing
being
this.
a leader of the MK party.
Exactly.
So after elections, does it mean you are taking that constituency to the ANC?
No.
How are you rescuing the
listen
ANC
to me
by leading another party? How does that work?
Telling you
It's a contradiction.
Because you don't understand what is called a political something.
What?
We established MK in 1961 to save or rescue the ANC, among other things, which was the national organization, and save the black people. We established MK. And MK played a role that assisted us to come quicker to liberation as a military wing of the struggle in South Africa. Today, in a different way, the ANC is being killed by some of its members who are sent by other people. People in South Africa have been saying, and as a journalist you know, have been saying to ANC people, we are not going to vote you if you still keep Cyril Ramaphosa as a president. You have heard it.
So it's a personal vendetta?
No, I'm asking you have heard it. I'm asking, is it a vendetta or not vendetta? I'm asking you.
In some quarters it has
Wait. I'm telling you about the voters. And the voters of the ANC have been going down on the basis of that. And therefore the ANC has been killed systematically together. And we who know the ANC coming, we want to rescue. the history of the ANC, the name of the ANC. That's why I won't leave it to people I think they've done wrong things. One day I could tell you more reasons why. The ANC, there is nothing wrong with the membership of the ANC. There's everything wrong with the leadership of the ANC or some leaders of the ANC.
Okay,
These are the
put this to
people
you
we
then.
needed to deal with. And
Once you've dealt with
wait
them,
a bit, let me complete. I wanted to take the ANC as the biggest history among national liberation movement.
yes.
And you can't take that and give it to the current leadership, like Ramaphosa's, and say they must now look after it. So I'm telling you,
So when you deal with the leadership-
that is what I'm telling you, the rescuing of the ANC. We can't take this rich history, unprecedented, many people looked after, and just give it to other people.
But you
That's
brought
why-
Cyril Ramaphosa
wait,
back into the fold.
Wait.
How are you forgetting that
No,
history?
I've never done so. I will tell you one
In
day.
2012.
I will tell you one day.
Who
It's
brought
not
Cyril
me.
Ramaphosa
It
back
was brought
to be
by
your
some
deputy
members.
president?
It was brought by some members of the ANC who came to recommend him to me.
But you accepted it.
Sorry?
You accepted it. It was a
No,
collective
I'm not
decision.
the only one person who
Oh,
takes a decision
yes.
in the ANC. The ANC takes decision on the basis of consultations and discussions.
But you never had any red flags then?
I did.
Okay.
But it was not meant in public. I had red flags long time ago.
When it comes to Jacob Zuma still saying, I'm a member of the ANC, I want to fix the ANC, I cannot leave the ANC in such leadership. The ANC does not have a problem, it's the leadership that has a problem. I'm still going to the disciplinary hearing. Let me explain to you what's going on here. Because me personally, I don't agree with that. People follow Jacob Zuma because him as an individual has actually become bigger than the ANC. Yena, he does not know that because he spent his life in the ANC, Mkhonto Wesizwe, so he believes that party can be saved. Maybe it can be saved. Maybe what he's saying is true. Remove some of these leaders and bring some new leaders. But I say, when we say the ANC is captured, not the leaders, the rot is too deep now. You can remove Cyril Ramaphosa, there will always be someone else to buy. White monopoly capitalists have got their hands in the ANC, unfortunately. 30 years, no land. 30 years, no nationalization of mines and strategic sectors. It's in their policy. It's in their policy. So you can, in a way, agree that it's a leadership problem. But that leadership problem is, who is leading the ANC actually? That is the question. Who is leading the ANC actually? So no matter who comes in there, the driver does not change. Or let me say, no matter who the driver is, the vehicle is still the same. So I disagree a lot to say Jacob Zuma must even waste his time with saving the ANC. Iyeke msholozi ANC, qhubeka nento yenzayo lapha esayidini. Iyeke i-ANC. I know the ANC has got history. The ANC has fought for the people, liberated us from the clashes of apartheid, did a great job. Nobody can deny that. Even in the 30 years that they've been in power, there's some good highlighted things that we can talk about, that the ANC did this and it was great for us, you know. But going forward, where we want South Africa to be, where we want Africa to be, I don't see a single leader in the ANC who can take us there. I don't. Not in the top 6, not in the provincial leaders. I don't see anyone right now. Unless Mcebo Dlamini, I think is still an ANC card holding member. So maybe him. I can't think of anyone else. I can't. Because we need radical people. Finally, Jacob Zuma addresses what you call this thing? This Jabulane Khumalo issue, the leadership issue. He addresses it. And I actually saw an interview of Jabulani Khumalo talking on how Mkhonto Wesizwe was formed. Maybe I'll need to break down that one, but as Jabulani Khumalo, let's speak about Umsholozi. For I think for 2 weeks now, I've been calling for this to say, Umsholozi, just address this thing of Jabulani Khumalo. Address it. Even though he did address it, it was not to my satisfaction. I did not hear him say, I have expelled Jabulani Khumalo. Jabulani Khumalo is no longer a member of Mkhonto Wesizwe. Ningasamlalela loyo mfana loyo. This is my party. I'm the leader here. I'm the one who's in charge here. I did suspend him. He did not say that. So it leaves Khumalo. Khumalo is still going to be in our face in this coming week. Mark my words. Khumalo is still going to be in our face, talking nonsense, saying that he's still the leader. I think he's even taking the MK to court now, arguing all of these things of his signature and everything. So Jacob Zuma did address it, but not to, for me, address a fool. This man is no longer part of Mkhonto Wesizwe. If you guys, the media, entertain him, it's up to you. You YouTubers, you don't know what to talk about. You're speaking about Jabulani Khumalo. It's up to you, Tina. According to us, Mkhonto Wesizwe, Jabulani Khumalo is no longer part of the family. That's what he was supposed to say. Which is cause of Tula. When Khumalo speaks, then we don't address gossip anymore. Some mshange Karen, mshango moya. Because Khumalo, nobody will follow him. I don't know why Khumalo doesn't understand that. I don't know. Angazi ukhalelani. Ukhalela isiti yase parliament or what? Ukhalelani Khumalo. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what is going to happen there. I'm not truly happy with the explanation of Obaba there. But yes, I'm going to close with one clip that I'm not going to analyze or break down. I want you guys to say something with this last clip that I'm going to play. I'm just going to play it, then keep quiet. I want to see and hear what you guys are going to say on the comment section. And the lady of Newsroom Africa is asking Jacob Zuma, why don't you sit down and allow young people to lead this country? That's all I'm going to say. Thank you so much for everyone who have subscribed to African Mojolo, to King Said So. African Mojolo is growing 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers a day. If you have some time, just go to African Mojolo. Did upload new content there, and just check it out and leave your thoughts on the comment section. Click the subscribe button. Thank you so much, guys. Let's grow that channel also. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.
Okay. Yeah, at your not so tender age of 82, let's be honest, why don't you just allow young people to lead? What could you possibly contribute? You had your time. Allow other people to let this country grow and allow young people to run the country. What are you bringing to the table?
Have they displayed how they can lead the country?
Who?
The young people.
Are you saying young people can't lead?
No, I'm asking.
Why
don't we have young people who are acting like me now? If they are capable of doing so.
So you're saying you're the best option on the table? I'm not
saying I'm the best option. I said for a number of years after retiring, and the country was going down with your young people and everybody else, you being young as well, you were doing nothing.
You can't say we're doing nothing.
What were you doing?
I'm in the media space. I use this platform and the space to
You can't liberate people with media.
So how are you liberating people again?
Because I'm calling people to an organization called Mkhonto Wesizwe.